teacher had a condition where if I didn't like fully have sex with her, she could die. Hey guys, welcome back to Alex's YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be doing a story time, and specifically a story time of my first time. So my first time I hooked up with someone and had sex. It was a while ago. It's kind of a crazy story, so you know, and also just bear in mind this is a true story. It may sound crazy, but this definitely happened to me, and you know, I just wanted to share my experience with everyone. So you know, to begin with, the first time I lost my virginity, I must have been, you know, 15, maybe 14, 13, 12, 11. You know, it was a very strange situation. I remember it was a very warm spring morning. I was walking to school, and you know, like, I was quite popular in school, but it doesn't mean I was ready for sex. But this is why it's a crazy story. Basically, there was this, basically I was walking, and you know, I sat down on a bench, and basically this teacher, you know, very hot, busty teacher, went past and actually slipped, and basically as I was adjusting my pants, I briefly had my dick out, and unfortunately she landed directly on my dick, and I was inside of her. You know, you would think, oh yeah, it's a funny accident, you know, get up, it's awkward and that, but I think this teacher, I remember this teacher had a condition where if I didn't like fully have sex with her, she could die. Like, that's like a real condition. Like, if I didn't, you know, have sex with her, this means that, you know, she could die, and I obviously I wanted to save her life. So when she like fell onto my dick, you know, I was like, you know, I didn't care. You know, I felt bad, but you know, I really wanted to save her life. So I basically, you know, had sex with her just so she wouldn't, you know, kick the bucket. And it was very crazy. I remember when my heart was pounding, I was like very scared that like I was gonna see someone die right in front of me. But luckily, due to just my natural ability to please a woman, I managed to save her. And she got up after, she was thanking me, she was crying because obviously it was a very stressful situation. I even teared up a bit. After that, like, people started clapping around me, saying that I was, you know, it was really good what I did. I actually, I remember later, maybe like later in that week, in assembly, I got a reward for, you know, for best performance for it, because, you know, I was an outstanding student after that. You know, all the teachers respect me, everyone just loved me. And it was one of them like crazy things. Like, I actually had to speak about it in therapy just because it was such a, you know, strange and kind of traumatic situation. But you know, it was a very interesting first time because of just like the uniqueness of the situation. And you know, for a while it did make me slightly scared of sex, just because I'm always paranoid about if like it's just like the trauma of that situation kind of made me find it hard to, you know, get it on. But over time I started like healing, I started focusing on myself, and I was back in the game pretty much a few months later. Yeah, it was just a very, very crazy time. I obviously was very young, so I didn't understand, you know, how much, like, sometimes you look back on your like childhood through an adult lens, and you kind of realize that, you know, you're a kid at the time, so you shouldn't be as hard on yourself. I was very hard at the time, but hard on myself. So you know, that's pretty much it. It wasn't a very like it was just a very crazy day. I just, you know, sometimes you wake up and you think it's going to be a normal day, and then something crazy like that happens. It really puts up into perspective. I'm just glad that no one died on that day and that my performance was satisfactory enough that she stayed alive. You know, I think it's good to spread awareness about people that may die if you don't, you know, have sex with them. So that's just a very thing to put out there. But you know, not all heroes wear capes. I was one of these heroes. Obviously, I don't really care. It was like ages ago, but you know, just if that happens to you, you know, I understand the pain and you know the kind of trauma to go through. So if you've ever had this happen to you, you know, be free to speak in comments and you know make it a safe place to speak about stuff like this. But you know, overall, I think that's pretty much what just happened. I can't remember any other detail except for maybe I like limped away after because it was quite like a very powerful thrusting motion I was doing. But you know, that's pretty much it. It's a very weird situation. You know, I haven't done a story time before, and I'm hoping that seeing how this goes, I may do more story times. Sorry if I'm just going on and on. First time doing stuff like this, but I guess that's pretty much it. I don't really know what else to add. So yeah, look out for the future for more story time stuff. They should be short snippets like this because I don't really need to. You don't need to really lengthen these out. Sometimes I like getting to the point essentially. So you know, that's just the end of the video. Thanks for listening. It was a very strange situation, and you know, I hope it happens to the best of us, you know. So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video.